the trade that I took, and why I did it, and what you could learn from that. So we will start with finding the trade. It was right around here, right? I am up for the day. I'm up about 300-ish dollars or so. I think 304, right? And let me show you that here now quickly. So like I said, I am up about 300-ish dollars for the day. So you can see that here. We put that, right? Right. So we are up for the day. These are trades taken on USDT. I took a few last night, but the one from today would be this move right here. So let me explain. So USDT obviously is a bullish market, right? Let me just highlight the area so we could know. USDT is a bullish market, and it is very important with my method to focus on what the overall direction of the market is doing. Regardless if I am scalping, if I'm swing trading, if I'm intraday trading, doesn't matter. I need the momentum to be unison. It needs to be clear to me. If the momentum isn't clear, it's very, very hard for me to make a decision on if I should even be in a trade or not. Right? Now, what I'm looking for, as I would have mentioned in a few videos before, is probabilities, right? And in a bull market, the probability of the market continuing to buy is very, 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 very high, because that's only makes sense, right? That's the only thing that really naturally makes sense to me. So my reason for buying here is, again, if you go on the highest time frame, US30 is a bullish market. When you keep looking down, the more you look at it, the more you realize, again, it is still very much a bullish market. The forward time frame has significant rejection and all of that, right? Yada yada yada. Nothing that nobody really wouldn't understand here, right? Now, when we look at this move, the reason for placing the buy here is because when you look over to the left, the area in which I bought is this. And this area tells me that the market had a lot of problems getting below this level. So we have not just probability, but we have opportunity here. Now, if I'm not going to be in a trade for very, very long, and I don't like being in using the scalp method, at least I don't like being in the trades for very, very long. If I'm not going to be in the trade for very, very long, it makes sense for me to take a buy here, because the market is overall bullish, and every time price hits this level, or I should say almost every time price hits this level, it bounces. Now, this is not a support and resistance, even though technically you could say that, but I'm not trying to make $1 million in a trade. I'm literally just trying to capitalize off of very small movements in the direction of my favor. So when the market hit this level, because I thought that that is the last area it makes sense to go beyond, I bought. And when I bought, as soon as I started to see some profit, I closed it. Thank God I closed it, because guess what? Remember, I told you, as a scalper, you don't want to be in the trades for very long, because as a scalper, being in a trade equals you exposing your account, right? I closed the trade, and not even, I think I closed the trade right around this candle here. Not even one, two, three candles later, the market already I would have been in drawdown, right? Possibly even a loss. My question to you is, would you take a trade if the trade has a lower likelihood of winning? Would you take that trade? If you say yes, then you're gambling. There's no other way to put it, there's no other way to twist it. That is the reality. You should be taking trades that have a high probability of winning. And I am only trying to use common sense here. I'm not trying to catch a bottom, because if you realize I actually bought quite high, I'm buying in areas where people will probably be interested in selling, right? But the probability that it is going to continue to buy is actually quite high. Now, let me ask this: is the probability that it will sell at the high high? No, it's not. There's a chance, but it's not a high probability. Because if the market is in that much bullish momentum, if buyers are so interested in the market, guess what? They're going to want to buy even more. And that is why support and resistance doesn't work. And that's why I said I'm not using that here. I'm not using support to place my buy. I'm using probability. What is the probability that my trade, right where I enter, is going to go into profit? That is the question you ask yourself. That's what I ask myself, and it works. And as you can see, that is the result, right? It's a very, very potent method, right? And realistically, the idea, as I said, is about doing everything very, very, very quickly. Very quickly. The quicker, the better. Right? So for me, I want to be in and out of the trade quick. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.